Hi everyone, Mike Reilly with Gaining Altitude, and today I want to present to you a case study of a real situation that I came across just this morning, which was a choice between RRSPs and TFSAs. So the person in question, she's a 30-year-old paralegal, just got a new job with a law firm here in town, and was referred to me by another client because she was starting this phase of her career and thought it was a responsible thing to do to look at what she's doing with her finances. So in talking with her, I found that a year ago she had gone into a local financial institution and had sat down with one of the clerks there and had opened up a TFSA and an RRSP. And the conversation, as I understood it, was that she wanted to put $250 aside every month towards her future. And the conversation that she'd had with the person there had been, what should I do, TFSA or RSP, which has the biggest benefit? Not even thinking about the investment inside of it, just which vehicle served her better. And I see this all the time. Rather than drilling down and seeing what your income expectations are over the course of your career, and how does it impact your taxes, and what are the things that you're saving for, they essentially split the difference, and of the 250, putting $125 a month into the RSP and $125 a month into the TFSA. Now, those of you who watch my videos regularly know I'm all about savings. This at least is better than nothing. Because at the end of 20 years, if we just project out that far, each of these, and assume a standard annual average rate of 6% of growth, not great, but certainly believable in this scenario, that $1,500 a year that's going into each of these funds will each be worth $56,940 or $113,880. The math is pretty simple. You can use a compounding calculator. If you'd like to know the details behind this, I'm happy to share that with you. So that's not bad. I mean, it's better, as I said, it's better than nothing. But the problem is that works for this individual if we expect her income to be like this, that maybe she's going to keep a 2% rate of growth of her income as she has raises and keeps pace with inflation over time. That's going to happen. But the problem is the savings that happen, on the RRSP side. So if you don't know how this works, please go to some of the other videos on here. I can link them down below. But what happens with the RRSP is you get a tax refund based on the taxes that you paid on that income during the year that you earned it at your current marginal tax rate. So for this individual, if she is in a 23% tax bracket, she's going to get, I believe it's $340 back in a refund during the tax year, so in 2022. Sure, that's great. Hopefully she reinvests it so it can grow. The problem with that is, I mean, if she continues in this vein here, she's never going to go up into another tax bracket, or if she does, it might be just one slightly higher. There's not a lot of tax advantage for that, so it's not a bad recommendation overall. But I talked to her and I said, well, is this your plan to stay as a paralegal for the remainder of your career? And she said, no, that's not my plan. I'm actually taking some law school courses. I plan to go to law school and become a member of the bar and actually practice law. I said, okay, then this curve probably doesn't match your income expectations. So let's get rid of it and let's take these things out. So what would her income look like? Well, it probably will be kind of like this for a little while. She's going to go and study and take law school, take courses while she's working. Maybe she loses a little bit of income for a period of time while she's in law school. But then once she actually makes it to the bar, her income is going to go up almost immediately, and it's probably going to continue to increase, and she'll be in some high earning income years during the peak of her career. Maybe she has her own, makes partner, maybe opens her own law firm. All those possibilities are there, and all of them involve a fairly significant increase in her income compared to what she's making now as a paralegal. Then at 65, here's something very interesting that happens. Her incomes may go down, although many people work past age 65 as a professional because they love what they do. But after age 65, it goes down because maybe she's drawing some income as a partner. She has other assets that are there. But her income likely isn't going to go down to here where she was as a, sorry, be a little bit more accurate, as a paralegal. There's a big gap between what her income expectations were if she just stayed in her original career versus what it would be if she was a successful professional. So now let's look at what happens with the tax problem. If she was contributing back in here and at that 23% tax bracket and getting that $340 refund, when she takes that money out here, and let's say this is a 45% tax bracket, when she takes that same money out, she has to pay income on it at 45%. She saved at 23, but now she's going to be penalized at 45%. So contributing to an RRSP early and in a low income period doesn't give her an advantage if this is the sort of level that her career is going to take. So what is the alternative? Well, instead of putting $125 a month into the RRSP, let's put all of that money into the TFSA at $250 a month for now, and build that up during this period when she's not earning that much, maybe even during the time when she's in law school, maybe she doesn't even contribute at that point if money's tight. Then, as she gets here into the higher tax years, she can use the uncontributed amount of her RRSP from back here to really save through the 45% tax bracket if that's where she ends up. But having the money in the tax-free savings account allows her that flexibility to be able to draw that money out and redirect it if she needs to reduce her taxes. She also is going to be building up all the uncontributed eligibility room in her TFSA during this time, and we can move back and forth. But in this case, we have solved a future tax problem rather than create a future tax problem by making her take money out at a higher marginal tax bracket. So I hope that makes sense. Both are good tools, but it's a lot like saying what's a better tool, a hammer or a wrench. They both do different things. My concern is that the person that she talked to didn't take the time to understand where she was going with her finances. And of course, that didn't help this individual make a solid decision because she just didn't have all the facts. So what we talked about is saying, let's not put money into your RSP for now. Let's put it in your tax-free savings account, grow the money, don't pay any tax on it. You don't really care about the refund as much now as you will down the road. If you'd like to know any more about this, or if this sounds like your situation, I'd love to sit down and talk with you and see if there's a better solution for you. Please subscribe to the videos, learn as much as you can. I love being able to answer these questions. Thank you for watching. It's Mike Reilly with Gaining Altitude Financial, helping you gain altitude and gain confidence.